Hello and welcome back to Badminton Insight. If you're new here, we're Greg and Jenny, two professional players making weekly videos on all things badminton, with the aim of growing the sport around the world.
That's right, and in today's video, we're going to share 5 ways that players of all levels can improve their attack, whether that's in singles or doubles. We're also going to finish with a major mistake a lot of people make when trying to improve their attack, so let's get straight into it.
The majority of people obsess over their smash power, desperate to hit that massive smash past their opponent. And yes, this is a good feeling, and we'll get on to how to do this later on in the video, but one thing that is just as, if not more important than power is accuracy, which is our first way to level up your attack.
The better players don't just smash directly onto their opponent's rackets, they smash with accuracy to make it as difficult for them as possible. One example of a good area to smash to is the right hip or shoulder of a right-handed player, or left hip or shoulder of a left-handed player. This is where world champion Zheng Ziwei gets a lot of success. 2 more examples are straight down the line in singles or down the middle in doubles. So, how can you improve your accuracy?
Well, one way is target practice. You can use shuttle tubes as targets by placing them where you want to practice hitting to. We'd recommend putting 2 shuttle tubes on top of each other, as this is a more realistic height of where your smash will go to. If you only have 1 tube, then you should put this further back, unless you're 8 foot tall and getting a ridiculous angle on your smash. Or if, like us, you want to go all out on improving your attack accuracy, you can use these. When aiming at targets, you can either practice a smash in isolation or hit 2 or 3 shuttles back to a feeder before they lift and you play your smash. This will help make it much more match specific as you're moving from different directions.
Now, when we realised that we needed to do this next thing, it made our own attack way better, and we're sure it will for you too. And this is using variety and being patient. Using variety means your opponent doesn't know where the shuttle is going, and ensures that when you do smash, it'll be much more effective. We've done a lot of research on this across all events, and found that in men's singles, world number 1 Viktor Axelsen only smashes an average of 39% of the time in his overheads. In men's doubles, in the final of the World Championships, Aaron Cheer actually only hit 1 full power smash, and instead mostly hit shots with around 70% power. And one more example is the current mixed doubles world champion Zheng Ziwei, who, as we said on a recent video, uses his variety to great effect. This is shown on the match point of the recent World Championships final, where he played a slice to set up a weaker lift for him to hit a smash winner with perfect placement.
Yeah, it's their ability to use variety that makes their overall attack the best in the world. So, how can you do this too?
Well, it's all about working out the percentages of success, which depends on who you're playing. For example, hitting a smash might have a 20% chance of being a winner, 50% chance of the rally carrying on, and 30% chance of you losing the rally. Whereas, if you played a clear, you might only have a 5% chance of winning the rally, but an 85% chance of the rally carrying on, and only 10% chance of losing the rally.
And how do you know when to play these different shots? Well, in both singles and doubles, there will be situations where you're not quite on balance, and hitting a smash can get you in trouble. So instead, you should be patient and play a clear or drop shot to reset the rally. But an advanced tip is that you should also use variety when you are in a good position. Maybe your opponents have lifted you right to the back and also have good defence. Here, it might be a good idea to play a drop or slice rather than a smash to either hit a winning shot or move them and get a weaker reply. This will also help you save energy and reduce the likelihood of them counter-attacking. Now, how do you practice this, we hear you ask?
One great practice is to do rear mid, where you have either 1 or 2 feeders standing around the service line who move you anywhere in the back half of the court, and you try to keep the attack without hitting full power smashes. And this can be done for singles players as well as doubles players.
We found that a lot of doubles players struggle envisaging this scenario at first. So as we've said in a previous video, if you're new to rear mid, it can be good to put something in front of you to visualise where your partner would be. We often use a bin, but hopefully your partner isn't that rubbish. Sorry, that was trash. Anyway, back to it. You can also get your favourite player to stand in front of you. It's honestly a great exercise to practice your variety and patience and find a way to get a short lift or even force an error from your opponents.
Now, hitting with accuracy will reduce the options of what your opponents can play and enable you to better anticipate where their shot will go. And using variety can make your opponent uncomfortable, forcing a weak reply to either set you or your partner, if you're playing doubles, up for an easier shot. And this is our 3rd way to improve your attack.
We're going to share 2 ways to set yourself or your partner up. The first is quite simple, but a lot of people get it wrong. And this is to hit attacking shots to the middle, whether that's from the rear court, mid court, or even net. In singles, again, you could place your shots to the right hip of your right-handed opponents and left hip of your left-handed opponents, often helping you to set yourself up with a weak reply, or it might even be an outright winner. And in doubles, attacking to the middle can encourage your opponent to try and hit the shuttle to the opposite corner, which hopefully your partner will be covering. 2 more benefits are that hitting to the middle can often cause confusion between your opponents, and secondly, it reduces the chance of you making a mistake.
Now, the second way to set your partner up is to channel attack. Let's quickly explain that more. So, if your partner at the net is really good on their forehand side, then you should focus a lot of your attack straight down the tramline here when you're attacking from this side. If it's a good quality shot, it's really difficult to turn this cross court, so your partner can move over to their forehand to anticipate this straight reply. And even if they do play it cross court, the player at the net should still be able to get it. And you can actually do this in singles too. If you've hit a great shot down the line, often the most likely reply is a straight block, so you can anticipate this and move quickly to the net straight after to finish off the rally. So they were 3 tactical changes you can implement, and we now have 2 technical changes you can make to improve your attack. The first is to look more threatening.
One example is professional player Yuta Watanabe, who doesn't have the biggest smash in the world, but because he looks so threatening, his opponents are intimidated and move back in their defence. And this is one reason why his stop drop is so successful, but also why he has one of the best attacks in the world. Now, it's unlikely any of you watching are going to be as fast or as explosive as Yuta to be able to get into these positions. But what we would urge you to do is have a think about how you can change your position just before you hit the shuttle so that you look as threatening as possible.
Yeah, so here are 3 things that badminton players do wrong, which can make them look less threatening and makes their attack way less effective. Mistake number 1 is leaning back at the point of contact with the shuttle. Instead, you need to try and get behind the shuttle and move forwards into the shot. Doing this will help your smash power, accuracy, consistency, deception, and also recovery.
Mistake 2 is hitting the shuttle at a low contact point. People especially do this on drop shots, making it obvious they aren't going to hit with power, and it also increases the likelihood of them making a mistake.
And mistake 3 is slowing the speed of the racket down too early. Again, this is most common on the drop shots. The more time your opponents have to see what's going on, the earlier they'll be able to react. So, to work on these, you can simply get someone to lift shuttles to you and address whichever mistakes you might be making. We find it can be good to record yourself. Despite how painful it might be to watch your own technique, it can often show something you might not be feeling when playing.
Again, if you're threatening and look like you're going to play a powerful smash, your opponents will be on the back foot waiting for this, and any other shot is likely to catch them off guard or even produce a weaker reply. But now it's time for what you've all been waiting for: how to improve your smash power.
Your technique plays a huge part in this, and our top 3 tips for improving your smash power are as follows. Tip 1 is to maximise your range of motion in your preparation. This will help you to create a faster racket speed at the point of contact with the shuttle, which studies have shown is the most important factor in increasing your smash power.
Tip 2 is to hit the shuttle in front of you, as this helps you maximise the force going into the shot.
And the third tip is to stay really relaxed until the point of contact. Being tense before the shot reduces your swing speed and also the fluidity of your swing. This then reduces your power, consistency, and ability to time the shot. Just think when you try to hit it too hard in something like golf, you end up missing it completely. And for a complete step-by-step guide on how to improve your smash power and technique, you can check out our smash tutorial on our channel, which we'll link at the end of this video. Now, as well as trying not to hit your smash too hard, we also need to mention another big thing you shouldn't be doing to try and improve your smash.
Yeah, and this is thinking that doing loads of arm weights will help you get a bigger smash. And there are 2 myths surrounding this, which we want to briefly dispel. The first is that bigger biceps equals a bigger smash. In fact, this might even cause you to have a slower smash because you'll have more muscle mass moving at speed through the air. That being said, there will be people that do have a powerful smash because they have big muscles. But if you look at all of the top 10 players in the world right now, they are strong, but they don't exactly have bulging biceps.
And the second myth is that bigger pectoral muscles equal a bigger smash. Doing lots of chest weights can pull your shoulder forwards, and if you don't balance this out by strengthening the back of your shoulder, it can mean it's much more difficult to get into this range of motion we need to create a fast racket head speed.
Of course, you want to have strong muscles, but you need all of the muscles in and around your shoulder to be strong, not just your biceps and chest. Otherwise, this imbalance will limit your power and also significantly increase the chance of you getting injured. And if you're not sure exactly what weights you should be doing to get stronger on court, you might want to check out our badminton-specific weights programs on our website, badminton-insight.com. We now have 8 programs available to help you improve your strength, speed, endurance, explosive power, and also stay injury-free.
These are programs we do ourselves as professional players, and we've had lots of great feedback from other players that have used them too. So again, check them out on our website, or we'll include a link in the description below. And if, after watching this, you need to learn exactly how to improve your smash, our step-by-step tutorial that we mentioned earlier will be linked here for you. And for training routines to help you improve your attack, then click here. Lastly, don't forget to smash the subscribe button if you haven't already, and we'll hopefully see you on another video very soon. Bye!